Hey everyone, Daniel here. Just wanted to take a second to talk to you about a couple of new things we have coming up in 2020. Starting in January, we're going to have 2 new shows coming to the Escaping Network. Now, I can hear you out there asking your stupid fucking little questions. What's the Escaping Network? Well, listen here, babies. Mama Bird's going to come and feed you that information. I'm Mama Bird in this situation, and you're my babies. It's a part of the news. We are launching our network, and with that, we have 2 new shows that I'm really excited to tell you about. The first one is a spin-off show by Kelsey and Roscoe called Yo, Where the Caption's At. It is going to be a wild ride that you are really not going to want to miss. I'm very excited to show you guys that and to see where it goes from there. Secondly, at the end of January, we're going to take to the stars with a new Space Pirate Radio show called Space Pirate Radio. It follows the crew members of the Dawn as they lie, cheat, and steal their way across the universe. It's going to be our first full cast show, and who knows how that's going to be. We're excited. The whole decade just started. We can mess up now and learn later. It's great. Lastly, we're going to change the layout of the Escaping podcast to be a little more serial-based. And I don't mean Captain Crunch. I mean series-based and less one-shot episodic. That way we can tell you a little bit more long-format stories and not just, quick tales that we find funny. But with that, we will be taking a break in January this month to restructure and plan for what's coming up. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to have no episodes. In fact, what we're going to do is release our Patreon episodes, our Mandalorian / Verditto series, and that's going to be coming to you every Wednesday like we normally release. But just know, come February, it's going to be a different show with the same nerds that you've come to know and love. I think that's actually everything. So let's get you back to the show, and I love you. Yeah, I love you. Okay, bye. Who's your favorite Jedi, TJ?
Who is my favorite Jedi? Okay. There's a ton of Jedi, right? I still like...
Wait, I thought there's only one now.
Well, now.
Well, who knows? Who knows?
But in the universe, but if you ask me for, all the time, whatever, right? Then I'm still thinking that it's Luke Skywalker, Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay, Return of the Jedi model. He's at the same level in the first movie.
Yeah,
he gets
bumbling idiot there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but no, that he is, and it's... I can't describe why. Probably because I grew up with the guy. That's it.
You guys went to the same school and shit?
That's right. School of Hard Knocks.
In a galaxy far, far away.
I remember that in the first movie where he goes, I was going to go to the Tashi station with TJ to pick up power converters.
I was that close to getting a role in that film. So Luke Skywalker, bumbling idiot, but Return of the Jedi gets his shit together. There he is. Green lightsaber, bitchin'.
What about you, Kels?
Sam Jackson, of course, man.
not even Mace Windu. Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson is your favorite
like I said,
Jedi.
Man,
now, that's not real fair. You told me the fish dude.
Yeah, I did say the fish dude, but then you was like, no, that's my favorite. So I was like, let me just be for real. It's like, Mace Windu and the great flavored lightsaber, man. Like, it is what it is. He was a bad motherfucker.
Nah, I still like Kit Fisto.
Yeah, I like Kit Fisto. And the reason I like Kit Fisto, too, Catfish, though. I get it now. It's the main reason is from the animated Attack of the Clones or the Clone Wars cartoon that you know how to pronounce his name.
Yes. Otherwise,
Ginny
Kit Fisto.
The dude that created Dexter Laboratory.
Gendy Tartakovsky.
Yes, he created that animated series. And Mace Windu and the fish dude, Catfish though, killed that shit. It was action-packed, and that's how I like my Star Wars. Action. I'm not here for all the mysticism and the politics. No. Lightsabers, bad guys, fights. That's what I'm about.
Same thing with Kit. Yeah, that's the same reason why I like Kit Fisto. He's not one of the people where they go to and they're like, oh, hey, it's a political thing on this planet. Go and, deal with relations. They're like, hey, here's some shit that needs to get done.
That's right. I need you to chop it in half.
Yes.
And
it's underwater.
His big godless eyes just kind of blink while Moy's like... And then he goes in and he kills.
Like Men in Black with the eyelids.
Yeah, like he just takes his robe off. He's seeing him just jumping off the ship into
Yeah.
the water. His lightsaber is flying by him in the sea. And
Well, fun fact, before we even got Verditto, Baby Yoda, we saw what Kit Fisto would look like as a baby in the first Men in Black when they go and deliver that baby.
yeah, Will Smith got that motherfucker.
New Jersey
And
Turnpike.
Canon Universe. Like, do Disney own Men in Black? They own everything
Yeah,
else.
probably. Yeah, who knows?
That's how you get Will Smith back in
but
Men
I
in Black
like
4.
the Samuel L. Jackson in Star Wars. So he had to interject his own Jacksonness into this thing, and but he didn't do it so much that like destroyed the universe either. He was like, the quote there, "Hey, look, you're obviously not in the sequel. All right, so how you gonna die, right?" And he goes, "Just don't make me go out like a bitch." Like, word. That's it.
And then
That's all I asked for. That's all I asked
he
for.
gets a cool on-screen death because dude gets lightninged all the way over to like the shopping plaza of whatever planet they're on.
And he had to do it because he almost whooped his ass. Like,
He was right
He
there.
almost destroyed the Emperor.
He
Oh
almost.
man,
It would have been cool.
Just good
Woulda,
shit.
coulda,
He
shoulda.
even said, that's why he had the purple lightsaber. He's like, I want to be able to point on the screen or for my family to
That's
see.
right, that's right.
That's me.
That's right.
Iconic, man.
Nobody else can
iconic.
be him though.
No.
That's great. And he did it well.
He,
He could have been like, the motherfucking snakes on the plane.
The motherfucking Sith on this motherfucking starship.
But he didn't do that. He was like, no, you're not going to be part of the Jedi Council. You're not going to be a master. And thus, I've doomed the entire universe.
and he said it the same way my mom used to tell me I wasn't doing the things I thought I was doing that weekend or after school. No. You have not earned the right to go to Skate City with your friends. Therefore, you do not have a chance to rent those skates. Go do your homework.
Damn it, I don't even have any homework.
I'm like, yeah, I finished that shit. Find out what you have next week.
Do it again.
It's probably wrong. All right, folks. Welcome to another episode in our chronicles.
Bonus episode.
Bonus.
The Bounty of Verditto.
Verditto.
Probably got to change that name this time, I think.
I'm thinking we changed it to something real simple. Just the Ballad.
The Ballad.
The Ballad of Verditto.
Yeah.
Mando and Verditto, the ballad. Mando and Verditto, the ballad.
I'm just
the
seeing
ballad.
like those really crappy like stick puppets, like there with silhouettes and they're just dancing back
Team
and
America
forth,
style.
Oh my god.
It turned into space.
like a Punch and Judy show.
So when we last left, y'all, the Jawas had drank their full of egg.
The Cadbury egg.
Young Ron Perlman decided to stay home.
Young Ron Perlman. That's Nick Nolte.
Yeah, but I mean, look at him. Yeah, but
okay.
like, look at
Nick
him.
Why
It's
you gotta
like,
say Nick Nolte look like Ron Perlman?
no, I'm saying the
It
character.
looks like Nick though.
Yeah.
From that, what was that 80s meme, the intro of the Mandalorian, which every time somebody does that 80s shit, it cracks me up because it's so fucking accurate.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how shows were back in the day.
They'd stop and kind of look at the camera like, hey.
The
Just
bartender,
cheesing.
bartending.
Huge block letters in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big thumbs up. Nice.
God, Mando had finally left. He was going to go return the bounty. The bounty being our Lord and Savior, baby Verditto.
What? This year's hot Christmas item
Oh my god.
is gonna
Oh
be
my
is
God.
gonna be the Baby Yoda plush.
Yeah, and the Funko Pop is coming too. I'm getting that. motherfucker.
I am so close
How
to
is
just.
that going to look different than just the Yoda?
Oh, trust me. They're going to have two versions. They're going to have the version with him in the little carrier. Then they'll have his version where he's going to make him tinier.
It's gonna look like 4 inches
Smoother.
tall.
Well,
Yes.
what you have to do is give Yoda the face of having worked 3 doubles in a row on Black Friday weekend.
I don't like
And
this
just-
meme. I don't like this trope. This whole that's got to be Yoda's. Just like there can't be more than 2
Exactly.
tridactyls in the universe.
Hey, well, okay, but it's the same thing like when people are like, oh my god, you're from California. I have a friend from California. Do you know them? Or, let's go even worse on it. You're black. Here's my friend that's black. We're in Colorado Springs. You must know them, Kelsey.
Probably
like-
actually, but you know,
Colorado,
there's like
Springs,
6 of them.
that's Colorado Springs is a bad example because everybody knows everybody. But yes, it's the same token. Like, but then sometimes I'm like, wait, how do you not know who I am? Like, I'm
I mean,
me.
Actually, I just ran
kind of a big
into
deal.
a friend the other day, and she everywhere I go with her, she gets recognized around town. And I was like, "You must know Kelsey. You're both known by everyone everywhere we go." And she said, "No," and that made the most sense to me because you're both Colorado Springs icons. Of course, you haven't crossed paths. You're just
Wait,
myths.
did you describe me?
Yes.
Word.
No, multiple words. I had to.
Yeah,
No,
not just
no,
one.
that just lets me know she doesn't go out, that she doesn't dance, that she doesn't be on the scene like that.
But you know who
See, yeah, you didn't say I was wrong, so I'm
I did not say you were wrong.
I know those that don't know me and where they be, because they be where I am not.
I know those who don't know me because they be where I'm not. I'm gonna have to diagram that sentence.
No,
now.
for real, it makes sense to me. Like,
Okay.
it's the
Put
real
that on a
thing.
shirt. That's part of our new merch.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, speaking of merch, speaking of things that we do for a little extra money, this is our Patreon series.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, I sincerely hope you contributed money and didn't pirate this off of like Lime or whatever's Pirate Bay or whatever's still available now.
The dark web.
The dark web.
Black Twitter.
Yo, shout outs to them. Wait till they get a hold of this shit. That's how we gonna get on. But
we last left with Mando going to bring Verditto back to Werner Herzog's character.
Yeah, so he had secured Baby Yoda. He had repaired his ship. He was off planet.
Beautiful montage, that repair.
That's right. That's pretty cool.
That was nice. I was kind of surprised that, because every time he hears, banging of metal or anything, he has flashbacks that he didn't have to stop 20 fucking times during that montage to be like, oh, that's right, my parents are still dead.
That's right. I will follow the way. I will be
This
Mandalorian.
is the way.
Yeah.
This is the way.
Yeah, I gotta tell you though, every single time at the end of every episode, I keep thinking he's going to add to his crew.
But they don't. Like,
Never.
Like, he's gonna be part.
I mean, except for Baby Yoda, which is not.
Yeah, because
part
we
of
know the
crew.
trope. Like, you get one each episode, you get somebody else in your squad, or they're gonna do the thing where one of the episodes they all happen to come together and.
Well, just
do their thing.
every time you get a new series, usually it goes. You're going to follow the main character for an episode or two about his origin story, and then you're going to find his team. Well, I was going to say, it kind of reminds me of Firefly, the whole series.
Yeah.
But that all happened all at once in the first episode. But,
more or less,
yeah. So, but no, so I keep expecting every single time, every episode, they're going to pick up some of the Mandalorian. They're going to pick up some goddamn Jawa. They're going to pick somebody's going to be part of the crew again. No.
Well, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but we kind of are left feeling the same way after this most recent episode.
Let's talk about number 3 first before we get to that.
Well, so we had some predictions last episode about how this was all gonna play out.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I'm disappointed that he wasn't riding the little the bassinet.
Oh yeah.
And shooting while baby Verditto is like throwing people with the Force.
That would have been 3 kinds of cool.
Yeah. The fact that the bassinet got thrown away. But
yeah.
He shows up, he goes in, he's got, Verditto following him in the bassinet. He's going, everyone's kind of just looking like, what?
Yeah, it is sort of like entirely obvious that you're carrying the world's most valuable baby.
Uh-huh.
Or the universe's most
oldest
valuable
baby too.
50 years old, by the way.
Which means he was alive before the prequels.
Does it though?
Yeah, I did the math on
If
that.
everybody ages normal.
No. There is a timeline with all the actual years that they took place.
Well, this takes place 5 years after Jedi, right?
Yes.
And
and that was the 6th one.
their AD,
right?
their like AD and BC stuff is basically the Battle of Yavin.
Yeah. But so Luke Skywalker is like 30 at best, right, at the end of Jedi. And so that's then 20 years prior to that.
I wouldn't say he's 30 at the end of Jedi because Jedi takes place within about 5 years.
There's a huge jump between Empire and Jedi.
Yeah,
because he's got to master the
years.
Force and shit.
Yeah,
A
all
couple
that.
years.
So technically, he was alive the same time Yoda and the female one in Clone Wars.
Sweet Jesus, there can be more than 3
No,
pterodactyls in this universe.
that's what I'm trying to say.
But, yeah, there's
That's
a
what I'm
female
trying to-
one on the Jedi council.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
just trying to say, so
Yes.
he's been alive the
He's
whole
been
time.
alive since
Because a
they
lot
were
of
there.
people aren't as in the culture as you, TJ, because I was having a conversation with a friend. I was like, because we never seen them all in the same screen, so like, and we don't know anything about species, so I'm like, not knowing anything about it, I was like, maybe there's only like one, and when one dies, they reincarnated in some weird shit, so there's only one.
Yeah.
But like, because we don't know anything about it, and I was trying
idea.
Because I was trying to tell people when Lucas he created for younger people, and he only created it for the 3 original movies. He didn't need to know about everything about Yoda and his sets and blood type and all this shit.
But you know that George Lucas was like, that's a hot fucking puppet. I'd like to know more about Yoda and sex.
Hot puppet.
So it's like one of those things like we don't know. He doesn't know because he wasn't trying to know. He wasn't thinking about it. It was like Luke in their story. So now
you can't trust the later interviews too with George Lucas saying, no, I purposely created him without a backstory and we don't know anything about. No, you just didn't. By the way,
because you weren't thinking about it because you didn't care.
There was some stupid shit in the original trilogies. As much as I love them, there's even as was pointed out by Brandon Arnold,
Luke and Leia making out with each other.
Who is associated with escape velocity, but not associated with us.
Exactly, in the same way that we're associated with escape velocity that we get to record here, but not so much in that our ideas, our opinions, and our beliefs are reflected by reflect them in any way. Brandon pointed out in when Obi-Wan first faces off against Darth Vader, he's just calling him Darth.
Yeah,
like it's his first name. Like
because they didn't know.
But there was no backstory that it was Anakin. He's just like, "What are you doing, Darth?"
Well, not even Vader because there's other Darths.
Not even Vader. He calls him Darth.
So there are other Darths, but they don't know that.
No one knows it because again, Lucas did not actually plan for the future.
But even in the extended universe, they don't know about the Rule 2. They don't understand about Sith Lords and apprentices, and they don't.
So there could only be one Sith Lord and one Darth at a time. Is that how the rule works?
No, they're both Darth, but one's the Sith Master, one's a Sith Lord, but or Lord and the Apprentice. But no, but the point is that you remember Ben Kenobi explains that your father,
old Ben Kenobi,
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I wonder if he means old Ben. But so he explains that Anakin your father was killed, consumed by the dark side, and consumed by Darth Vader, and so it makes sense that Ben Kenobi would not refer to him as Anakin,
right? And
because they don't know about the fact that there are Rule 2 and that there's, as a matter of fact, when Ben Kenobi went to Tatooine, assuming he didn't go anywhere else, when he went to Tatooine, they didn't even understand the Sith existed. And it was right under his nose there at Coruscant.
Well, and if he did know that it was Anakin, I think it's also kind of great because then that mocking tone saying Darth is perfect. It's an extra layer of like, you've given yourself some stupid hokey ass name, and I'm not going to call you your full title. I'm not going to call you Vader.
Yeah.
I'm going to call you Darth.
Well, and it's appropriate if you figure Vader means father in German, right?
And Pitch Perfect taught me that.
And yeah, that's right. And he's not going to say father.
No.
In any way, shape, or form. He's going to say Darth to reinforce the idea that Darth Vader consumed Anakin and Anakin doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with that being said, and when the Force to balance all that jazz, so with what's called Kylo Ren killing, or him and Rey killed old buddy in the last movie. So you're talking about this balance.
Snoke.
All right, Snoke in the last
movie.
Old buddy. Like, I don't know his name. Old buddy. So
it's just another old white dude that's dead, dude.
Exactly. So if Kylo's on the dark side, does that be balanced? So does that mean, like they said, like Palpatine or whoever's coming back, or does Kylo have to get apprentice to balance out the dark side of the Force?
So we are going off track from the Mandalorian. However,
but still though, we can do whatever we want.
Let's go back to it.
Okay, and just like Ren, like
I think that we're going to find out that one of the things that nobody pays much attention to is how Luke Skywalker is so pissed off at the Jedi Order. Yeah. Because he doesn't believe that they've helped anybody.
Green titty milk.
Well, you get some blue milk.
That's how pissy.
I mean, you guys never had St. Patrick's Day green titty milk?
It's blue milk.
I ain't lactose intolerant. No, but how do you make green though? With the blue, so a little bit though.
That's right, and then yellow from somewhere.
Urine. It's like the mucus in the breast into the teeth. And the membranes.
That's going to be another Patreon episode where Kelsey explains the birds and the bees.
All right. See, the birds and the bees, they both fly, right?
Right. So they're both fly.
Yes.
I'm there.
Keep going. They don't be on the ground, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't get dirty. Because the act of pollination and the flocking of the birds, the migration.
Yes, that's right.
Feel me?
That's right.
You feel
I feel
me?
you.
So
You're there.
when two come together, it's like all
enough
good
said.
weather.
Right there. That's it.
Right there.
That's it. Tune in next week.
I'm gonna talk about frogs and their lily pads.
Let's go back to the Mandalorian.
Please.
Before Kelsey starts to teach me about other sexual activities.
All right, so
kangaroos, right?
They got pouches. I tell you.
And the baby comes from the mama's uterus, and it crawls up into the pouch where it grows inside.
Where it's warm.
Yes, where it's warm and protected from the elements. Mm-hmm. Earth, wind, fire, heart.
That's right. But they can still listen to that kind of music, right?
And they learn everything by the beat of the mama's heart. So
which is why.
So that's how Tigers learn how to bounce.
Which is why the lyrics from Earth, Wind, and Fire resonate because they're an iambic pentameter, the same as your heart.
And I was born in September. That's why I remember.
Or the 5th of November.
These people are going to be like, why did I pay $5 for this
shit, they did. I apologize.
Did they say this was about the Mandalorian?
I thought
That's what they're going to say, yeah. So, all right, so bringing you all back. All right, so Mandalorian scooped up Baby Yoda, flew off the planet, and heading back to wherever the client lives.
Some shithole.
Right, probably Tatooine, for all we know.
Every planet's Tatooine.
They're all Tatooine.
They're indoor.
Crisis on Infinite Tatooine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and surprisingly and smoothly and without much hesitation, he rolls that bitch right into the client and says, "Here you go."
But then there's that moment where Verditto looks over and is like, "Ma!" It's like the same noise my cat makes when he's like, "I'm done using the restroom. Why are you still on the toilet? It's time to go."
You have an unhealthy relationship with your cat.
Most people do.
Yeah.
Listen, Mando and Verditto's relationship is also not very by the books. Okay,
it's a baby and a man.
Yes, it's my fur baby, and I'm a man. That's me and my cat.
It's a stretch.
It's a stretch.
All right.
But it's first world problems. America has a weird fixation with animals.
He drops him off. He goes back to the cantina. Carl Weathers is waiting for him.
Well, no, before he does actually end up getting the big ass crate of Beskar steel.
Oh, it looks like an ice cream mixer,
which is an Easter egg reference, but that's fine.
Yes, it is.
But also,
yeah. So in what is it, Empire?
Empire.
In Empire, you see dude, and he's actually got a name. He had a name, but he's running from the Empire, and he's carrying literally an ice cream.
Yes,
maker. It's supposed to be some high tech bullshit, whatever is going on, but he's carrying an ice cream maker. And you see people at Comic Cons, they dress up as this guy all over the place.
I probably know it, but not.
His name is Wilro Hood.
I probably know it, just
Wilro
not
Hood.
realize.
And he is running,
ice cream maker.
Carrying an ice cream maker.
Oh, he a brother? All right. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
And now you understand why he's taking the
now
ice cream
I need
maker.
to go watch those movies.
Yeah.
He's like, this place is about to blow up.
Oh, I'm getting some shit.
Getting some soft serve.
Mama didn't raise no food.
Because he brought some back to his house one time, and his significant other was like, we need one of these. And he's like, I don't know if we'll ever
trying
get
to take that to Lando on the Millennium Falcon.
Because two black guys in the universe must know each other.
Exactly.
We're right back around.
You know how they get that shit popping? Some ice cream cones and some freaks.
And you're already on Hoth. I mean, you've probably got the
you
ice
seen how he was
already.
getting down with that one robot, though.
For a place called Hoth, it's pretty damn cold. So
Not even sure how I feel about that. All right, but
he gets the Beskar medal.
So yeah, and it so it doesn't look like a whole ton of almost literally Beskar steel, but it does. Yeah, he takes it back. He takes it to the forge, I think, right away, and then because then he goes ahead and he gets his full up bling on there with his Beskar armor because his is deteriorated. But
it is worn to shit. It's been beaten by the Mudhorn, I think they called it.
That and probably the rest of his life too. But,
Buffalo, wherever that shit was.
Yeah, it's a Mudhorn, yeah. And then, but he also makes mention that look, the rest of it needs to go to the Foundlings. The Foundlings.
What are the Foundlings?
When he walks into there, all the other Mandalorians, it's like they can smell it and they just kind of turn and they're like slowly.
Well, so this is the first time.
Could they just smell it, or did they just know you're the one that's out there doing this shit?
Well, okay, so he brings in the steel, right? Yeah. And then first off, there are multiple Mandalorians in the room, which we've always seen. I don't know what you got, the blacksmith, we'll call it, whatever. That person there who's gonna bang out the armor. But now we see multiple Mandalorians, and they're blue fish, red fish, one fish, two fish. They're big, they're tiny, they have all kinds of different kinds of armor.
Multiple predators at the end of the
much like the melting pot that is this world. We're all different shapes and sizes.
Or the forge that is this world that makes all of our armor.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Write that down. Okay.
Pangea.
This bitch don't know about Pangea.
But he does get some shit from the other folks there. They're so you turned in the kid, right? Yeah, well, I turned in the kid. Yeah, anyway, so I got the steel. And I need some more steel, and they're... I think they're all basically approving of it.
Except
the one.
For big boy.
Pax. Yeah.
We'll call him Big Boy.
All right. The heavy gunner. It turns out to be.
Big boy.
Yep.
And he's like, why don't I just take this from you?
Yeah.
And me as the viewer go, yeah, why not?
Give it a shot.
Yeah, why not just take it from
Yeah,
him?
why can't he do what he's supposed to be doing? And then they bring up the whole thing like there's always supposed to be like one out and about
Exactly,
at a time.
so that way it's part of the mystery
That's right.
of the Mandalorian. Not
That's
the Mandalorians.
Which kind of explains...
Oh, because they never put an S on it. It's the Mandalorian.
It does kind of explain why you only see Boba Fett
Exactly.
for a while. More backstory on him, but nonetheless, but you only see him. Why don't you see thousands of Mandalorians
Right.
running around? Yeah. No, it's good.
And it was kind of cool because it was exposition without it being in your face, without it being like, for years we've always done it so that only one may see the day while the rest are in the cave.
This is
So
also when
what are the other ones doing? Wow.
Oh God, who the hell knows?
So we don't because
No idea.
a lot of times when
Yeah.
I'm watching Mandalorian, I'm also playing my Nintendo Switch at the same time.
Brag.
I'm just saying, weird flex, but okay. Like I have the Switch set up in front of me, so I'm doing this. Ultimate Alliance 3. Marvel's
fair enough.
trying to get on
That's
that shit.
actually-
That's
Two
kind of
versus
how I'm
seven.
watching Watchmen.
Word, yeah.
Well, except for that episode
Yeah,
we saw.
that
That one I
that's
had to...
another part. We might have to do another bonus for Watchmen
we could.
when it wraps up. But back to Mandalorian.
Anyway, so he gets the new armor, and it's bright and shiny, and it stands out. You can see him coming a mile
Well,
away.
before that,
Bling,
real
bling.
quick, Big Boy and him are having their
Oh, yeah, yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
They're the confrontation.
Who is voiced by
John Favreau.
John Favreau, Iron Man. Right?
Happy Hogan.
Yeah.
That's right, Happy
yeah.
Hogan. But he also directed
He's like a
it.
big
first
bear,
one.
man.
Yeah.
And he direct the second Iron Man too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was Disney's fault then.
Yeah, well, no, it was. Anyway, he's about to they're both about to really fight, and get it going. And the blacksmith, she's just like, hey, this isn't the way.
That's right. This is the way.
This is the way. And they all kind of.
Do you know the way, my friend?
So it's a pretty cool way. It harkens back to the new Battlestar Galactica, when Adama and they're doing the funeral, and he says, "So say we all." Nobody had ever heard that shit before, right? And so he says, "So say we all," and everyone says, "So say we all." And all of a sudden, you're brought immediately into the culture.
See, that's Kevin Feige right there. He needed Wakanda Forever. He
Wakanda
needed one of
Forever.
those.
Right. No,
And
that
he
makes
got
sense.
one.
That
This
makes
is the
sense.
way.
Exactly right. And so,
is the way.
so this is the way. Now you got thousands of memes that are all saying this is the way. You got people like Daniel saying this is the way
the culture.
every 5 minutes. I swear to God.
Because
anyway,
people be asking me,
no.
which way are you going? And I'm like, well, this is the way. I was at the store and I was holding a big tub and someone's like, is that the way? And I said, no, this is the way. And I handed them the way product.
that's right. Yeah, that's good. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, but there's one question that gets asked even before he gets to the armor part, and that's what changes the course of everything.
What are you going to do with it?
He goes, "What do you?" First off, he's not supposed to. As a merc, as a Mandalorian, he's supposed to take the money.
It's
and he's
against
supposed to walk
guild
away.
laws.
But he asks, "What are you going to do with it?" And that changes everything, right? Because all of a sudden you have introduced into his mind that he's going to come and he's going to go and take him back, which is awesome. And we kind of already knew that. I got to say, I called it. Thank you. But that was too hard to call.
Right.
Otherwise, this would be a pretty short series. Be all done.
Well, so he gets the new armor, and the blacksmith even tells him that's going to paint a whole target on your back
That's
because
right.
you're hard to miss now.
That's right. And you definitely, and apparently
There's
Beskar
no stealth in that
Steel
shit.
And Beskar
It's
Steel
all
is apparently-
pizzazz.
it's
Silver
apparently
Surfer
pretty
walks into a
popular,
bar.
too.
Yeah.
But it's all shiny anyway, so he's obvious wherever he goes. So
Well, he goes back to the cantina, and Carl Weathers is like,
That's right.
my best partner. Oh, accolades. All of you tried. But only you, Mando. Only you.
To
That's
prevent
right.
forest fires?
how many people had tracking fobs?
All of them. Tell me that's not the best damn Carl Weathers impersonation you've heard from
Pretty
Mandalorian.
good. Felt like I was there.
I have to say it's the best because I never heard of another.
Exactly.
Right. I was kind of picturing you wearing like the Star Spangled
Dun-dun-dun.
boxing trunks there.
Wait. Living in America. Hey!
That's right. I can't ever see him without seeing that scene in Rocky. It's crazy.
So he even asks Carl Weathers, what are they going to do with it?
Yeah. Not your problem, son. Don't worry about it.
That was not mine, so now we have a impersonation, and now you can tell mine's pretty fucking good.
Let the battle begin.
I do an excellent Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Even with Carl Weathers.
Well, the thing is, when you came in blackface that one time with Carl Weathers,
I didn't.
That didn't happen, everybody. That's a joke. That's why.
I just laid out all afternoon in the sun.
Exactly.
So
he gets crispy.
Everyone's fobs are now inactive because the bounty has been.
That's the theory. Right.
Well, at that point,
Yep.
Mando goes back to his ship.
That's right.
And what we saw before with the the little ball that he had.
Yeah. There's a cool little reference back. Yeah, a little
Callback.
little Verditto there was hanging out on the dashboard, and he was unscrewing the old gear shifter knob there and thing.
He was
and
like
he
an
put it back
interactive
on.
bobblehead.
Yeah, and it was just super. I mean, damn, everything this Verditto does is just super goddamn
so
cute.
amazing.
Doesn't matter what he could do. He could take a crap right on the dashboard right now and be like, "That's the cutest little shit
And we
I've
don't
ever
even know if
seen."
he crafts or if he just turned all those frogs into the force.
That's right. And the midichlorians and just like emits them out like
Exactly.
pheromones.
Like even in the beginning when he's like, "Don't touch that," he's about to touch it. Then he's like, "Stay here." Then he's like, "Nah, I need to."
Yeah.
That's right.
Well,
Stay
like
with me.
Verditto could go kill all the younglings like Anakin did, and I'd
right.
still be rooting for him.
I know. I still
Yeah,
give him my kid for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
that would not be
he goes
bad.
back to the ship. The little ball thing's missing, and he's just
Yeah.
kind of like, it's that whole fuck.
We all knew it was coming, but we just gotta wait to see how it happens.
I
right?
almost for that moment I thought he was gonna take off.
To do what?
What?
We don't know, but that's
He
the
didn't have
thing.
his little ball. How he's gonna operate the shit? I
Ship's
was,
broken.
for real. Like our hearts. I was like, oh, it's not there anymore. You just left it. Girl. You gotta go get
There's a
it.
little piece missing, just like that space inside
Exactly.
your heart.
The symbolism.
So he goes.
Yeah.
He goes back. He scouts out the place. And what does he see in the trash?
He sees the little bassinet.
And that was like, I'm like, no.
Oh, my
no.
god, damn! What the hell happened to it?
They've eaten him already.
That's right. That fricasseed that little frog there. No,
Marbleized.
It's like a turducken, like a frog in
a
a
turducken.
Because the frogs.
Yeah, it's still inside of him. Then they just get like, yeah.
Put a tridactyl inside a sarlacc, inside a minoc.
For real.
Yeah. I don't even know what you call that. That's crazy. That's
Call that Thanksgiving dinner or Life Day dinner.
My sardalic.
So
Write that down. All right.
he sees the bassinet. He scopes the place out, and he's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna do this, and I just got these whistling
Birds.
Dixies.
Whistling birds.
Whistling birds.
Which seems like a horrible waste of Beskar steel, but still.
They were cool.
And that's what the name of the little missiles.
Yeah, there's he's got like 16, 17 of
Was
them in
this
there, but
always canon with that type of?
We saw Jango Fett have them.
Jango
Yeah,
Fett? So
well-
it's not. They didn't rip that from like Iron Man or
No.
anything like that. It made me. It made me think about Iron Man, like when he went
That's
in.
true.
And in the first one.
Yeah, they had a little.
yeah.
it seems a little bit convenient. It's an easy way for him to
Oh,
take out multiple.
it was a
It's
plot
fine.
device.
But it makes
was
sense
a
though.
big
Like
plot
you should.
device.
You're one of the
It's
baddest
cool.
warriors in the galaxy. You should
Yeah, you'd
get your
have
way out of a lot of
something.
situations.
But
Batman
also,
has it.
the same way that we said in the last episode, how it's almost like a video game, how he keeps leveling up with
Yeah.
the...
That's right.
and then in a video game, you go into the level where you have to immediately put it to use to know how it works.
Like
just
you
like-
might want to upgrade your weapons
Like
for
when
this.
you need to be suspicious when you start finding health packets all
Yeah.
the way around. You know?
And you're like, I'm already full. What's going on, bud?
Yeah.
The music changed. The music changed.
Yeah. So the point is that he busts into wherever the client was
Goddamn
there.
John Rambo style.
And so he finds Verditto there up in the little.
After killing some stormtroopers.
Well, yeah, I mean that's natural. That's like walking down the street. You got to kill some stormtroopers. But yeah,
And
no, he-
young
dirty
Dr.
bastard.
Mangala is like, no,
Dr. Mangala.
wait. I was protecting
Yeah, he
him.
was in
Yeah.
the last season of American Gods too.
but we haven't
Or the
seen
first
the-
two seasons of
We haven't
American
seen the
Gods.
last of that guy. There's a reason they were trying to I don't know, inject, extract, modify, examine.
And we gotta
whatever the
figure
hell it
out
is.
why too.
Yeah, but just like ninja style, bam, he snatches up Verditto and he's out the door.
Which is great. That moment where the doctor is like, and he's even kind of making that noise where he's like, I was trying my best.
Yeah, he's getting flambéed. He knows it.
Where are you?
Yeah,
And then he looks over and you're like, oh yeah, he Batman that whole thing where
Yeah.
he's like, gone.
that's right. Just
For real.
disappeared.
I love that shit too. So my question is, what are they trying to do with Verditto's essence? Like, are they trying to like extract it to create hybrids of his type,
Well-
or are they trying to use that so they can figure out the midichlorian
Well,
to give everybody access
So we
to the
know
Force?
we know that he's powerful. We know from the Mudhorn and the use of the
Yeah.
Force he's powerful, right? But that's apparently dangerous to what's left of the Empire because the Empire just wants him dead. That's
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, so scientist wants to do something with him, right?
Yeah.
Cloning is absolutely possible in this universe.
Exactly.
So could they be making more? I mean, I guess so. But what would you want with 2 Yodas or 10,000
Brainwash him?
Yodas?
You
Yeah.
have an army.
Or maybe that's what they're trying to put Palpatine or whoever Snoke's essence into. Like, we see
or
what old Yoda could do. What about we put that darkness in a young Yoda?
Or just extract the midichlorians and do a transfusion kind of thing.
Or
maybe we have a ball in this
maybe
universe.
they have a chain restaurant and they needed a new thing, so they clone them and they slice them up into little Kobe beefs.
Ooh, Kobe beef.
Little baby Yoda chicken sandwiches.
Little Verditto burritos.
Yes.
It was right there. It was
right there the whole time.
Yes. Verde sauce.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna be able to attach chilies anymore.
oh man, I'm gonna enjoy them that much more.
Oh, and they wrap it up and make it look like the little cloth.
Yeah. It looks like the bassinet. It's got a head on it. You just pull it out.
Yeah.
Man. So he evacs that area, right? He's gone, right?
Which we did not see Werner Herzog die. The old guy.
Well, true, but he
only
also
saw-
wasn't there. I mean, that's the thing.
He was supposed to be. Maybe at the first sign of trouble, he's gone. I don't think we've seen the last of him.
Oh, for sure, we haven't seen it last. No, there's a whole
Anybody
reason
with
to follow this guy.
a name or a recognizable face, they're gonna be back.
Yeah,
in some
anybody
shit.
they paid
Quick.
top dollar for. Yeah.
Quick side note on Werner Herzog as the actual person. When they're talking about doing the show, they were saying, oh well, maybe we won't do the puppet for little baby Verditto. Maybe we'll do CGI.
Oh, no.
And Werner Herzog says to them, yeah, you could do that if you were cowards. And they were
That should be way more
That is
expensive
a good
too.
thing.
and they're just like, I'm not a coward.
Talking about, you see the size of my penis? I'm not a coward.
And he's like, of course I have. Please put your pants on.
Yeah, I've seen that
Like,
enough. I'm
no.
honest. I didn't
You
even
have to
ask.
do puppets. Practical effects works best with Star Wars, and even like it's not connected to it, even with Jurassic Park. Like certain things give me practical effects.
Yeah.
Dark Crystal, they use that shit. Whenever they do a new Ninja Turtles reboot, you better fucking put some motherfuckers in some suits,
That's right.
turtle heads, and do that shit.
Turtle heads.
So he is getting the fuck out of Dodge.
I was trying to.
He's trying to get out of Dodge by
He's trying
dodging.
to, and then we see fobs start.
Oh yeah,
lighting
my
up.
God! Everybody who's ever thought about being a mercenary
Right.
is all coming after his ass.
Could you
And
imagine-
it's just like John Wick Parabellum.
Yes, it was just like that.
Could you imagine that moment of being the poor son of a bitch at the bar, just kind of staring at it like, I
need to
had
eat
so
today.
much, with this, and you're
girl left
drinking,
me.
and then
Mortgage
you're
is
like,
due.
as you're drinking, it starts lighting up again.
And you're looking at your other hand, looking at your drink, going, "Huh?
Yeah, how much
How
of
much
this
have
shit
I
did
had?
I had?
Is that
then,
bleeping?
But then the rest of the bar
Yeah.
starts lighting up, and you're like, oh, game on, baby, game on.
Yeah." And
It's
so
just
this,
like John. Oh man.
yeah, so this turns
I need to
into
watch
full
John
on
Wick season 3
John
again.
Wick right there,
Yeah.
just like one city block, just going
He's just
to
walking
town.
by. You see motherfuckers just come out of nowhere like.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Mando?
Yeah, and so Carl Weathers
that
comes
him.
back, just like you
That
said
him
there.
right there.
Almost like he was here, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much it costs to have his cameo here. But anyway, so he shows up, shouldn't have gone, whatever, now you're going to kill you.
least
or
you
something.
Broken guild protocol.
Yeah,
At
that
least
keeps...
it's 8%
that keep-
alcohol. No wonder.
well,
Ooh,
so
God,
so that keeps coming up, keep breaking guild protocol, and that's important because
See, I
of the
wish-
last scene. But,
See, I wish they put some Hitman shit and just gave me all the protocols, like
Yeah.
or like some anime shit is paused and give you all the rules.
just like
of the
Zombie
Death
Land,
Note.
rule number 3,
Yes,
double tap. You know?
yes, exactly. So I know all these protocols because now you're just making shit up to me. You're like,
Right, yeah, anything could be guild protocol. Like, you didn't cut the crust off. You're breaking guild protocol.
But they have been fairly consistent, though. It's that you don't ask what they're going to do with the mark, with
Mark,
the
yeah.
reward.
If you take a puck, you bring back the bounty.
That's right. And so, what are you going to do with the bounty? You don't ask that question. So, and you certainly
ask,
don't
don't
steal
tell.
that bounty back. So you've broken guild protocol. We all understand it. And then it goes just into what, like blazing saddles
But
meets.
with an evaporating gun?
Oh my god!
oh, with a
He's
pulse
just,
cannon
he's
or a
just
rifle.
lighting them up. He's just lighting them up.
And just when it gets to the worst, we know the Mandalorian is going to take it in the forehead. We know that little Verditto is going to be turned into can tuna.
Oh, when
And
when he's
we know it.
on the runner.
It's-
Or the
That's right.
It's also still, before we get to the big term, which you should know if you're listening to this, it felt like the Mudhorn scene all over again.
Yep.
Yes.
Here we are.
He's tried
Out of
everything,
options.
and
He's
he's
getting
like,
his ass whooped. He's pent down
That's
on that
right.
cart. He's like, the fuck's gonna happen? I'm looking at him like, what the
He's
fuck's
looking
going
at Verditto.
I'm looking at Verditto like,
I'm sorry, I did
nigga,
my
you
best.
use that force. I gotta get out of here.
Some of you
What the hell?
force choke a motherfucker.
Like, do something.
Somewhere would you
Started
just go
with
like
that
this?
shit.
Go like this. Put your fingers together.
I'm
That's
crushing
what
your
I need
head.
you to
I'm
do.
crushing your head.
Yeah, and so there's literally no
There are
options.
kids in the hall
and
right
you're seeing
there.
all the bad guys come stand up from behind the barrels or crates or whatever.
Bad is a term.
Okay, the antagonist.
Morally reprehensible, sure.
The people trying to get paid.
Just trying to get paid, trying to bring home the bacon back to mama.
Exactly.
But they all stand up and they're all going to close in. You know this is the end. And all of a sudden, everybody's foreheads explode.
Oh
Like
my
that.
god.
I'm sitting there like, what the fuck?
They're just
was that?
taking laser bolts to the face.
I knew as soon as they started happening, they'd come out.
I didn't
But
know
who's
that
they?
at all.
The Mandalorians.
The rest of the guild.
Big
All of
boy,
'em.
big boy leading the charge, and
Yeah,
he's a
buddy.
heavy, he's
got
a
what,
heavy
the Gatling
fucker.
gun and shit?
Oh my god, he's got a jetpack,
war
and
machine
he's
shit.
just shaking.
But it's almost like that same dude from Rogue One, right? He's got all the guns. He can't move fast, but he doesn't need to because he's just going to blow everything up.
Baze, yeah.
The one that didn't have anything cool about him but the gun.
Well, that and his relationship with the Force.
Yeah.
But I'm saying outside there, he was just like the big guy with the gun.
But so you got the heavy gunner, but you got every Mandalorian coming out of the
Oh my
woodwork,
God.
and they're
Jet
shooting
pack
everything up.
ready to lay down the smack.
And that's when your heart stops for just a second. You go, wait a minute, and then it starts beating again. You're like, oh god!
I'm like, how does this show keep getting me like this? Like, what's going to happen? Verditto, what's going to happen? Oh, my God, they're alive.
and
like, they're going to kill everybody.
Mando looks at Big Boy, and Big Boy looks at him, and he's like, "Take the kid, get to your ship, get out of here." That's
right.
And what does he say? This is the way. This is the way.
This is what.
So I guess it's kind of like that culture, right? You've got the guild rules. As long as nobody's fucking with our guild, these are the rules.
But the Mandalorians exist in the guild, but they also exist even tighter
They are their own
themselves.
culture.
in the Mandalorian culture.
Exactly.
So as long as nobody's screwing with us, we'll follow the guild rules
Yes.
until somebody attacks us for whatever reason. But somebody attacks us.
It's us before them always.
Boom.
It's Gambit in the Guild of Thieves.
I
but
literally
even
was about to
tighter
say
than
that. With the
X-Men.
assassin
The
guilds.
thief? The Thieves. You mean the Thieves?
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't understand you for a second.
This man speaking
I was
Creole.
literally thinking about that too. Like, no, I'm about to make this game analogy
It's-
right now
because it's
he's
exactly
the leader
that.
of the thieves guilds too.
He's loyal to them, but more than that, he's loyal to the X-Men. You fuck with the X-Men, even if you're Thieves Guild, he's like, okay, well, I'll get time to kill you.
If anybody
I gotta
was-
talk to Rogue about that. That's one woman you don't want to cross.
So if anybody was lost up to this point, here's your Marvel reference, so you can find your way back. All right. So
We're
that's
all a little Tom Bodette at the end of the day, aren't we?
I don't know if that's true because I don't get that reference.
so that Tom Bodette Motel 6 will leave the light on for
Oh,
you.
that guy.
We
Word.
are not associated or recognized, acknowledged, or have our phone calls answered by Motel 6.
But if they would like to represent us, yeah,
We
we can
won't
put them
say
rooms to
no.
some uses.
So that's basically the episode. You see this really cool scene where Mandalorian's in a ship flying away, and then you see Big Boy flying next to him, and he looks over.
Damn,
Mandalorian looks
I'm doing the
over.
movie like they can see.
And then they kind of lay out, and Mandalorian.
Like Rocketeer style.
That's right.
He's got the
arms
lid.
back. That's
Yeah,
right. That's
like-
right. Flying it. You know he's not going much higher than that because that jetpack is pulling maximum
I see
thrust
Iron
at
Man
that
1.
point, right?
Hell yeah. You fall back. from
Well, his
fall.
name is a Big Boy.
Big boy, right? That's Pax. Is it? Yeah. Anyway, but he gets up there and he shoots him a salute. We know that hey, it's all good in the hood, and we're all gonna be fine. You go find your peace. Go.
Yeah, we'll let you know where we post up. You know, you'll find us. We'll find you. We're
And then we get a
Mandalorians.
little bit of foreshadowing with the, I need to get me one of those. I'm like, motherfucker, you need to get me one of them.
Because that's the other point, right? You got this Boba Fett looking guy walking around here, but no jetpack. So you see everybody's got.
And we know he's
different
gonna
kind
get
of-
one. Like I know
Eventually,
that's
somebody's got to give him one. If he's got to kill somebody for it.
He's
But
gonna get that
So
motherfucker.
that episode ends. We all wait a week.
we have to.
Friday comes out, like it always does, and with it the new Mandalorian episode
And
right
shout
after
out-
Thanksgiving.
And that episode was also directed by a woman.
Yes.
And so was episode
Bryce Dallas
4
Howard.
was directed by a
Episode
woman.
3 and 4
But
directed
just
by what's her name?
A woman. A woman. The first one I don't remember her name off the top, but the fourth one was
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Okay,
yes.
and written by John Favreau.
Oh yes,
but directed by
he
yeah.
wrote the whole season, but
good.
it's
Yes.
and the opening to that is exactly what I wanted a long time ago when they said they were going to do more Star Wars stories, not Skywalker stories.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're seeing different planes of the the universe.
Because it's a galaxy far, far away.
A
galaxy.
I gotta tell you, watching the opening, I didn't know. I didn't know who the hell it was. I thought it was a backstory.
You thought it was him?
No, not him. Because it was a chick.
Low key, I thought it was Gina Carrero.
So I've been waiting since Jump Street for Gina Carrero. I thought she was going to be a Mandalorian.
Hey, you ain't the only one that been.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it forever.
Talking about some haywire.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I've been always trying to figure out where she's going to fit in this story.
Sure.
Because I honestly thought she was a Mandalorian, and she's going to be part of the buddy cop movie that was going to happen. And then she. Yeah. 1 episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, not there. I'm like, God damn, she is in this show, right?
Yeah, and it's only like, what, 9?
8 or 9 episodes.
8 or 9, yeah.
Although John Favreau has said, "Oh yeah, no, I already know what I'm doing for season 2."
Oh, bro, this is good for at least 4 seasons. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but yeah, and so this episode where I'm seeing, the rice paddies, it's all of Vietnam happening, right? We got some laser bolts coming in from the forest. We got all the peasants there collecting up the bluefish.
We got Pillboy from The Good Place.
Shit.
What's that, Pillboy?
That was Pillboy.
Oh it was Pillboy.
Oh,
and Donkey Dad.
Donkey Dad. No, call me Donkey Dad.
Yeah, them blue shrimps and all that shit in that water.
I gotta rewatch some of that Good Place.
It's a treasure.
Yeah. So anyway, but you see, Mom collect up little girl as these barbarians are coming in, right?
Raiders,
and she huddles up under the little basket there in the water, right?
Which was brilliant.
Yes,
and I'm thinking, here's the origin story for Gia Carano.
Yes, that's what I was.
It did feel like a backstory for but then when we're introduced to the female character later on, the other bounty hunter.
So she's not a bounty hunter.
Oh, no. She's an ex-rebel.
She's a shock trooper. Yeah, that got kind of left behind or disillusioned.
But I thought...
She woke up and smelled the roses.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be her backstory.
Right, that's exactly right. Yeah. So I thought, okay, so we're going to see a little bit of backstory. And then I thought in my head, okay, so here in like 2 or 3 episodes, we're going to have the team up and we're all going to be together.
And I feel that way just because we know about the show going in. That's why we assume, it's Gina, but not being knowledgeable of her being a part of the show, we wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, except, what changed that for me was when you see him actually pull up to the planet.
Of course, yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay, barely inhabitable, no main citadel, no anything. These are backwater people. We're going to lie low. And he's doing the single dad thing. He's like, we're just going to hang out, buddy.
Get you some chicken fingers, some applesauce.
Get you a Happy Meal toy.
Yeah, exactly.
Play over here.
All the hallucinogenic frogs you can eat. And we're going to be fine.
Yes.
I like how he would try to get info from the bar chick.
Oh, yeah.
The waitress. And like, here's some extra. She's like, oh, thank you.
I'm just.
Now I'm watching like, so she don't know. Oh, he was trying to get. Oh, you don't know because that's how backwater
I'll bring
is.
us some chai or something.
Yeah,
that's
like,
cool. She's throwing an extra because she's like, hey.
Like, here's 100. Oh, thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
We're not Mos Eisley.
Yes.
This is exactly what you see here.
Like,
this is it.
No underlining, no secret shit.
When the lady leaves and he's gonna go follow her, even when he tosses her the coin and he's like, watch the kids, she's just like, yes, sir.
This is more than I made in a month. Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's out everywhere.
Well, I thought he switched on his predator view.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see all like the disturbed earth there.
The footprints, but not the heat, which is where like my brain says it's predator, but it's not predator because I'm looking for the heat signatures, all that, but it's not. But so cool. For some reason, you just see feet.
Yeah, he sees like recently disturbed stuff. Later on, he sees branches and shit
like that. Yeah.
So, but yeah, rolls on up there, gets ambushed by Gia Carano. They have this bitching fight. Boom.
And that should let me know like he's not like I'm like, are you really a Mandalorian? Because he's kind of like whooping your ass.
Well, but that's, again, the same thing. He gets into situations, he's a little overconfident, and then the universe, as if having to keep him learning.
Let me remind you, just because you dress like us don't make you one of us.
Beats his
Just because you dress like Goku Krillin don't make you Goku Krillin.
Living by the sword, dying by the sword. You're wearing that armor everywhere. Somebody's going to just punch you with it.
I think you mean just because you dress like Goku, Yamcha.
No, Krillin took your body, like,
But
this is where we learn that she's like that fallen shock trooper or something, and she's just hanging out. And this city's not big enough for the two of us.
Yeah, like one of us, and I was here first.
That's
I'm
right.
wearing
Also,
pants, bro.
As always, cute little Verditto moment where he's there sipping on his
the
thing.
Source of all memes from the next week and a half.
After they done fighting, you just stop, you just pan over, he's just like
drinking his little bone broth there.
Like,
He didn't even.
that bitch supposed to be watching you.
force
Get my
choke
tokens-
somebody.
I take my tokens back. Like, nah, you overpaid, girl. Like, shit.
Well, and even afterwards when he lands on the planet and he's like, "You stay here in the ship. Stop touching things."
Yeah.
And the kid's not gonna listen. The kid's gonna follow him.
It was just even that trope, like coming into the planet, it's like flipping a switch, flip another switch,
And then looking at him slowly.
Is he gonna
For all we know, he just turned off the fucking gravity.
open the door? I'm like, yo.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
Oh my god.
They can't. Like, they fucking can't.
But yeah, so Gia's, just beating the hell out of him, right? But Verditto doesn't do a thing because you know what? The Force knows, right? So he's cool with it. Yeah, you're gonna fight a little bit. You're gonna be cool. But then I love the episode, but honestly, how many times have you seen this cowboy trope where the gunslinger comes into town and, "Oh, please, mister, you've got to save us from the bandits."
I ain't gotta do shit.
But
Be black and die.
Here's some cash, and I'll throw a little piece of ass your way. Just threaten it, But and then here we are.
If that would help.
Yeah.
I mean, it's again, this is a Western in space.
Yes, no, and it's
A
cool.
Western Saturday morning cartoon.
I love that trope, whether it's in a movie or a show
Because
or a
it
book.
always fucking works.
Where
Well,
the people
when it's done well.
the people who don't know how to defend themselves can be taught, and there's always that one fucking character
And we need
who's
that
the most
montage.
wholesome, who's someone's mom, who's like, "We need someone who can shoot," and she's like, "Yeah."
It's always the bomb, too.
Why does she know how to shoot? And so goddamn well.
Do they say that?
They don't.
They don't say
I
why.
will explain ultimate lines during
But
this episode as well.
so
I was like, did I miss that
obviously Mandalorian and Gia. What's Gia's name? I forgot the name.
Gia Carano, her character's name, I can't think of it off.
Anyway, but so she's there. But the two of them there, they team up.
Maybe
and
if we were more structured with these bonus episodes, we have a little bit of this information, but we're not. Sorry,
I just
guys.
forgot her name.
Yeah,
for crying out loud.
hold on. Her name is Robert Paulson.
No. Robert? Really?
No.
I mean, maybe she identified.
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune.
Dune.
Cara Dune.
Okay, got it. All right.
Oh,
All right, so anyway, we got the Mandalorian. We got Cara Dune. That's that shock trooper chick.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and so they're super smart in how to defend stuff and how to attack things. And so they go out scouting. They figure out that there is a chicken walker, an ATST, in the forest. Which, I don't know, by the way, did you guys check how old that thing looked?
That thing was decrepit.
Like, it had been there
it
for...
looked older than them Stormtroopers uniforms.
When they left,
I ain't thinking about that till you
left,
brought it up. Like, yeah.
it's the one that they were like, let me just check. We got everything in here. Fuck, we left it.
Son of a bitch. I'm signed for that. Man, I'm going to have to pay for that. But it's man, I did appreciate, it's a little bit, campy, but I did appreciate how the chicken walker's eyes there are red.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's cool. It looked evil. But anyway, so you saw the footprints. Oh, there's a chicken walker out here, and we got all these barbarians. Okay, cool.
And I'm sorry, one more thing.
Yeah.
That was piloted by somebody. That's not just automatic, correct?
What's that?
It was somebody inside it.
ATSTs have to be piloted.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
There's people inside.
Because they really didn't show them killing somebody inside.
They
kind of
They
sort
didn't
of.
see directly anybody die, but you did have to throw a grenade in there to kill everybody.
Just making sure. Yeah.
So, I don't know. Where were we? Anyway.
So they come back, they say, listen, we didn't sign up for no damn ATST. It's going to rip you to shreds. It will kill everyone. And they're like, please, we gave you money.
Nah,
we paid you.
You guys got to unass this village and go somewhere else.
Yeah, you can't stay here.
Right. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Yeah.
I need to get the fuck out of here.
That's right.
Not even you don't have to go home. You can't go home.
Bottom line, we're leaving. So,
Gross.
yeah. So, but of course, so they organize themselves and they get to defending it. It's a pretty cool fight scene. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't. One of the things I appreciate they didn't do is like make dummies with dummy rifles and put them in the windows and shit like that to make it look like there's an army there instead of just the village. But it was pretty cool, and I also like how the chicken walker didn't immediately follow into the pit.
It was like, hold on.
Okay, but before we get to that pit, when they're taking on the Raiders head on, that's so fucking beautiful because these two people who both have that kind of training back to back having each other's back as this thing is beeping is gonna detonate.
Oh
God!
So they got to go tempt all the barbarians to come to the village, and so they go to attack the village. They put the grenade on the pillar,
and the whole time I'm watching it, like that's starting to go a little faster.
Yeah, I always make the comment like, here's a super secret bomb you're going to put on something. It happens like in Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Let's put it on the back of this drum of fuel that we have inconspicuously placed next to the airfield and the command center. But put this grenade on, and it's got to have a flashing red light on it.
Of course it has to.
Yeah, so let everybody know there. But anyway, so this thing is flashing right, and it's counting down. You can kind of tell. You don't speak the language, but it's counting down faster and faster like a Predator bomb. And
it's showing all the random symbols.
Okay, that's wait.
Curly finger ... means 7 seconds.
Big Dipper, Divisor.
Oh God. But you're right. That fight scene was amazing.
That was really cool because the close quarters of it all.
Yes.
Oh, hand-to-hand combat, these two.
And there were a lot of people coming in, but they came in and it kind of like waves, enough time for them to like look at each other and go, "You got this, fam? Yeah, we're good." and then just keep rolling. And oh man, it was really, really quite great.
And when that ATSD kicks on and just you hear the hum and then the two red lights, the two eyes as it clunks into place.
But that shit picked up like out of the moss, right? Out of the
It was like Iron Giant, but terrifying.
That's exactly what Iron Giant.
Shit, we're fucked.
Yeah. Run! Jacques, start the plane!
No, hold steady. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. We gonna get it. It's gonna fall in the water. Don't trip. That's why we dug this big ass pit.
Oh my God.
But then they didn't.
I didn't get that right away, why she ran out there to shoot it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
You're stupid.
But
she had to get to angle down to look in that pit.
And since the ground was already soft from being so close to the water, just needed a moment. You didn't even have to step all the way in. Just being there long enough to give way.
And this thing, instead of stepping into the trap, just starts lighting up the fucking village.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what? Fuck it.
And then we see Verditto crying, and I'm like, I wish I could hold him. I wish I could just pull him into my bosom.
You need to kill that guy. You need to kill him now. With fire.
Why won't you?
Shut this shit down.
Oh. I'm starting like, I'm getting all goddamn emotional in front of my family. Like, are you all right, Dad? Like,
no, evidently.
Look, this is what's it? And I'm not even speaking complete sentences. And I don't even know what's going on.
Well, neither do they, because your kids have never seen you show that kind of emotion.
That's right. Because I'm very, very close. Stoic
yeah.
is what it is. Yeah. But yeah. So in the end, they win, right? The chicken walker falls down. They blow up the chicken walker with another one of them flashy bombs. Oh, yeah. That's cool, right?
Which is apparently only set for 3 seconds.
That one's 3 seconds. The other one is like 8.5 paragraphs and something. Whatever the numbers work in that world.
Enough time to proofread your resume.
That's right.
The arrow flashback to me and you real quick. Like, let me tell you about this. King Shark fought Gorilla Grodd, and it was amazing.
So next day everything's sunny here.
Not the next day.
Oh, what are we doing now?
No, I think it wasn't.
No, because he even said it's been weeks.
Sorry. So we see nighttime. Everybody wins, right? Daytime, right? And then we're all hanging out at the shed, and we're chilling. But
it's been weeks since.
It's been weeks.
Yeah, I just assumed
it was just hold day. On. I'm getting there, man.
I'm saying like my black ass playing the Switch at the same time. I didn't catch that little tidbit. Like, next day, cool.
Yeah, so you don't actually. It doesn't actually get really announced, right? So they're hanging out there, and the lady walks out with some beverages. Of course, doesn't hand one to Mandalorian.
We'll call her Bev
because he can't, drink through his helmet. So Bev hooks up. That's doing up there with a drink, right? And they say, so. That was pretty messed up. What happened like a few weeks ago? Like, and everyone's like, "What have you been doing this whole time?" Honestly, what have you been like carving something out of wood, like whittling on the ship?
I could think what you've been doing this whole time.
Yeah, what? But
with his helmet on, like a kinky little bastard,
clapping cheeks.
With his helmet on, he's just naked from the head down.
Of course,
but he's got the helmet on.
Well, but
Spider-Man kept it all when he smashed some Black Cat.
But that's exactly.
I'm just saying. We didn't talk about that aspect of the
just
episode.
On Pornhub, though, right?
No, like that was the thing between him and Felicia,
who also doesn't acknowledge our existence.
No, they take the mask off. I know that for a fact. I seen that one.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like with Peter and Felicia, that's like the thing. Like, ooh, cat spider.
That's what we didn't talk
about. The mask
at
thing.
The beginning of the episode. So Bev rolls up and actually asks him like point blank, finally, like we've all been wondering about,
Especially
dude,
you.
why don't you take your goddamn helmet
And
off?
Gina Carrero also asked
She's
that
like, how
same
bad
thing.
does it get a smell under there?
Yeah. And he says, when she goes, when's the last time you took that thing out? We're all thinking like, I don't know, 28 years or something like that.
Yesterday.
He goes, I don't know, like last night and whatever.
Yesterday when I ate.
Yeah. She's like, and everyone, I'm like, I don't think that, you said you couldn't take it. You were even asked that question earlier, and anyway, he says, yeah, so you can just take it off, but you can't take it off in front of other people. But what does he do not?
Because this is the way, correct?
Yeah, because that's the way.
Also, it's the same thing as Dark Knight Rises, which is like, what would happen if I took it off? It would hurt.
Because the thing too, like I thought it
would die.
Cause I thought his helmet like flip forward, kind of like all like Iron Man top.
Oh yeah.
But no, he got to take it all off just to eat. So like,
Which also, he's not supposed to take it off in front of anyone, but then he sits in front of the most goddamn
28 seconds later, he's at the window.
He takes it off.
Verditto looking at him right down. They got all
like,
these other little kids and everything
that's
playing
my
around.
And I'm watching it like, there's TJ's answer right there. He just took the fucking off. And yeah, Verditto over there eating frost and spitting it out because he didn't want to gross out the kids.
No, he just wanted to get high by licking them. It's fine.
Oh, is that how that works?
I know he just put it in his mouth and they're like, oh my god, no. And he's like, he just spits it back out. It's just, it didn't mean anything. And that's my favorite part of the show. But no, so Mandalorian guy is in this window. He's not like the least popular guy in the village, right? He's
I know everybody.
Right? And he's right through the window. I'm
Everybody's
certain
talking
everybody,
him.
just like all the Ewoks, are looking at him, right? But they're not Ewoks, of course. But but
Because
everybody's
there's
looking at him.
backwater people. They're
Right, because they got to be
Indigenous
backwater,
people.
furry, and small.
and brown.
Hey! It's like we've done this before.
I didn't see that before, but now I do, and
Oh,
I
yeah, he doesn't
apologize.
see the world
No,
like that.
it's
That's
fine.
us seeing it
Sometimes
that
you
way.
gotta be woke to be awake.
Now I'm woke. Okay,
Yeah, there
good.
you go.
All right, from here on out, I'm woke.
There you
All
go.
right, but
Oh, I hate it.
Sometimes you need to be asleep. And it goes to be said for everybody.
but Bev,
Freddy Krueger taught me that.
but after the battle, Bev does come on up and chat with them and say, hey, you could be happy here with me, right? And she goes up to like grab his helmet, and it lifts up like a centimeter. Nope.
Well,
She looks like she didn't get punched for that shit.
That Dune,
Dune, even she says, you could raise your kid here.
you could be happy here.
That widow wants your nuts.
That's right.
Go get it.
Yeah.
And all the juice inside of him.
And then he's like, I can't go do that. I gotta leave him. It's safer for him.
That's right.
And she's like, it's gonna break his little heart. And then you realize it's gonna break your heart when it breaks his heart.
Can you even imagine Mandalorian without him now?
Oh my, no.
No, I don't wanna watch that
I don't,
show.
fuck that
That's
show.
not fun.
They wrote themselves into a hole. Like, you have to keep them together unless you give us some magnificent way to explain all this shit.
The internet has already said if they kill Baby Yoda, we raid Disney
Not even
headquarters.
that, like regular Yoda has to come to the
I'll be like Naruto running right in there.
Yeah.
You bastards!
There's a lot of things I won't protest or sign a petition for, but that I would. But it was like Yoda has
Oh,
to
I'll
come
wait for the
from the
infamous.
future and be like, leave with him not. You must do something that, like, there has to be some real ramification to tell us why he left this kid somewhere else and not keeping him with him.
And it doesn't have to be a Jerry Springer event either, all right? It doesn't have to be like, and the DNA results prove that you are the father.
No. I've got a whole other.
His family,
theory.
we are.
I've got a theory about this. I'll bring up at the end. So, like you said, she's lifting his helmet. Bev is lifting his helmet, and for a minute, you think he's just gonna.
This might be it. Like, they're finally going to give up that trope. We're going to see his face.
And she even said, "You can pack this away in case there's trouble, and it'll be here." And you're like,
Son of a bitch.
"Yeah."
What if he's like the question? He doesn't have a face.
What if he?
I'm saying.
What if he just looks like Dom DeLuise?
A black
Little
woman?
Van Dyke. Yeah, everything. That's nice. Balding. That's right, yeah.
So, what we're also given a nice little shot of is one of the bounty hunters who has a fob. Because who has the fob?
Everybody.
Everyone!
I tell you for
You get a
goddamn...
fob. You get a fob. You get a fob.
I got two.
Oh, for everyone.
But this is the scene that gave me a goddamn heart attack.
Oh my
Like
god.
so I'm sitting there watching my family. My family is kind of into this a little bit, but they're certainly not into it as much as I am. And I'm sitting on the
course.
edge of my seat and I'm watching. I gotta move the goddamn Christmas tree out of the way. I gotta watch the damn show.
Turning to my dad, trying to break it.
And I'm sitting, I'm watching. And
Feast
this
of
is,
strength.
and every kind of thing that happens, I'm like, ooh, that's awesome, right? But this is the part that made me scream out loud, right? Because we're watching dude walking through the forest, and then we're seeing the reticle on the scope, right? And it's lined up on the Mandalorian. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. That shit's gonna happen.
Kill that motherfucker.
And then it floats on over to Verditto. I'm like, oh my god! And I yelled out to my fan like, he better force choke a motherfucker.
I'm like, that's when I realized this is why I'm single. Because I put more stake and hope and fear into this shit than I would ever.
It's the moment. It's the moment when Verditto looks at the guy about to kill, because you're like, oh, he know. Yeah. Oh, he know he gonna die.
No, it's gonna happen.
I didn't know.
It's gonna happen.
I just seen that like, oh, who's coming for the Mandalorian? I'm like, no. Like I said, I put my switch down for that. I was like, nope.
I'm down that 1-800 Disney Plus. You motherfucker, hold on.
I'm ready to scream. I'm ready to holler. I'm like, please don't do this to me. I might die.
And very similar to the first episode, we hear the gunshot.
And the birds fly.
Like a John Woo movie.
We all don't breathe. And then we see Mando turn, we see Bev turn, and we see Dune right behind him.
Yeah, just smoked him.
Thank God for this woman.
Man, I thought she was going to turn rogue and steal Verditto and go, but then you realize it's
possible.
Yeah. Then you also realize that she was a rebel.
Yeah.
That would put her back in
evil,
the mix. Yeah, that would put her way back in the mix.
She was just more happy being the peacekeeper in the village that was already peaceful.
Being the small town sheriff. Yeah. It suits her.
Who, by the way, was not doing a very good job.
No,
not either. But oh my God, like I can't believe I'm sitting here. Like I said, I watch Star Wars. I enjoy most of it. I'm not a fan, but just that shit. Every time they put little Verditto in harm's way, my body goosebumps, chill.
Oh, dude, my butthole just clenches.
Yes, it does. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I know what I don't want to happen. What are you guys gonna do? Thank you.
So I saw a meme this week about it. Right, it said it has the Chris Pratt from Parks and Rec. Like, ooh, he's so happy. So happy. Right. It says the first time you see Verditto, or it says
yeah.
He's so happy. And then the 8,067th time you see Verditto, so happy. This shit never gets old.
It never does.
Every time I think he does, he doesn't.
No.
I will write my own personal fan fiction about the guy that kills Verditto.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to kill him.
Man, this is gonna be crazy.
So I'm gonna have to create a virtual reality and go into it. Some like Lawnmower Man shit.
This does set the stage, though.
And Cara Dune does also say, "Listen, you can't just leave him here."
This Bob was active.
Yeah.
Everybody else is looking for him too.
Yeah, if he knew they were here.
Now you can't be clapping those cheeks and be all in
If
peace.
I'm not mistaken, we see her leave with Mando.
No. Nope, not. You see her leave at the same time as Mando, but Mando gets in the ship and she goes off to some other place.
She fucks off back to Legoland.
That's right. But that's kind of the weird thing is they are not together now.
Yet.
So, but you can't bring in a name like Gia Crane. She's not like A-list actor, but still.
You brought her in for a reason because they could have got. I'm glad they didn't, but they could have got Ronda Rousey's bum ass. They could have got her, and they could have got a slew of other individuals to fill that role. But no, they went and got Gina.
But I can't remember now. Do we actually see Mandalorian leave the planet?
I couldn't tell you that.
I don't think we do.
I forgot that. So
maybe we do.
But likes me remember that.
I also I know this is an audio medium, but I'd like to show you guys just the picture of Pedro Pascal he has on IMDb.
I know he looks like he was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but even just this picture.
Up by not killing the mountain when he had the chance.
Even this picture, I'm like, that's the Mandalorian.
And he was in what? The Kingsman 2?
Yes, he was in Kingsman 2.
Actually,
Golden Circle.
Golden Circle.
Yeah, I got to take a look at that again to watch him walk there, to actually to visualize him as a Mandalorian. But yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's him and everything besides the action scene. But then again, he did a lot of his own shit in Game of Thrones too. So.
Oh no, he's in suit. That's
I'm trying to figure out how much of it is him versus a stunt.
And remember in Kingsman, Golden Circle, and Game of Thrones, he's there fighting the mountain and he's there doing the stunts.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying it has to be a certain scene here and there.
One thing I'm having a hard time connecting is his voice, though. That is his voice.
His voice.
It's just coming through that electronic kind of thing that's just throwing me, I think. But okay, yeah, cool. And now I have no problem with that guy being Mandalorian.
Same way Regina King and the Watchmen could act with her eyes. Pascal can act with his movements.
And just even though his voice is very much monosyllabic at times, it still conveys what he means.
Is what now?
Monosyllabic?
Meaning what?
You probably mean monotonal.
No.
I mean,
like he says yes,
yes,
no.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It means
I'm trying to figure out what that
yeah.
means because I never heard that.
Yeah, one
word
syllable.
before.
Just
Yeah.
That wasn't the plan. No. Yeah.
Ah, he's short.
yeah.
So,
He's short.
do you have lodging?
Yeah. It's,
Give me the credits.
It's to the point.
Okay, all right,
He's
all
not
right.
here like.
He ain't for the bullshit.
Me and my baby boy, we've been traveling the galaxy.
You know,
Bitch,
strangely-
I need a lodge.
Yeah.
Do you have food? Is the water hot?
No, but that's actually at that table is probably the most you've heard him speak all at once. Maybe with the
The blacksmith.
no the pig guy who you got to talk.
Young Ron
No, his
Perlman.
name is
Yeah, Ron
Will
Perlman.
Smith. You don't have to call him the blacksmith. Like,
No.
That's
I
funny.
didn't say the joke was a good one, y'all.
No, but it was there.
It was there.
It happened. Okay.
So we're gonna see more bounty hunters coming after him. We're gonna see the return of Carl Weathers because he
Oh, yeah, he
ain't
didn't die.
dead. That Beskar medal, which is also another
Oh, man,
trope,
that was
another
awesome. Yeah.
Western trope.
I was like, are they
where-
really gonna kill off Apollo again? After he died in Rocky, then he died in
Predator.
Happy Gilmore.
But
Died in Predator.
No, Billy Madison. No, Happy Gilmore. It was Happy Gilmore. Yeah. He died in Predator. Like, he been
Died in
dying
Predator.
Dang.
That's almost good. Yeah, so in episode 3, look at me. I got all my Beskar armor. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got paid too. And pulls out the Beskar medal right from where it was supposed to be, right there in his chest.
So it was the setup.
And then he gets
It's
shot there. At the
Chekhov's
end.
Beskar.
So it's gonna be that moment when he teams back up with a Cara Dune and Carl Rose's character for some whatever reason. Like, I don't want to, but I kind of need you alive for some blah 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 blah.
That could be interesting. So I like a lot of the tidbits of culture that are in there.
Yeah.
When Mandalorian brings in the ice cream maker full of Beskar steel,
Beskar Robbins.
now with more Beskar. Big Boy picks up one of the ingots there, and it's stamped with the Imperial
This is
seal.
Imperial Beskar.
No, but this is from the cleansing. It's like the what?
Whoa!
The cleansing?
What cleanser are you referring to?
No, but apparently there was a wholesale eradication of Mandalorians.
This is why we have to kill the Nazis.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
Stormtroopers, even in a galaxy far, far away, or the galaxy that we all live in, the Milky Way. Low key, my top 5 favorite candy bars of all time. But neither here nor there. That's why we always gotta remind each other, because they are bad people.
Mm-hmm. Punch every Nazi you see in the face.
Like Captain America, because that's what he did, and that's what we should do.
And it's probably a scientific fact that every time machine is preset to go back to 1940s.
Well, what is it? There's a thing where it's like there's a young Adolf Hitler, but he's a painter,
Oh.
and he's just like, if another time traveler comes and tries to kill me, I swear I'm gonna kill all these Jews.
They did that shit. They did that shit in Family Guy and Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But
He wasn't going to.
unless you're Dr. Doom, he was like, fuck all that shit, because I'm Doom. I don't care about that. I gotta save my mama's soul.
Right.
So I created a time machine for that.
Where do you guys? Because I have a wild theory I want to throw at you. Same way as last time, I said maybe the young Verditto becomes a Mandalorian himself. You guys are like, no.
That's not gonna happen. Keep
he-
bringing it up, but it ain't gonna
Yeah,
happen.
my God.
So I'm gonna throw out another.
How
crazy,
can I fight something that adorable with a helmet?
Well, okay.
How would you
so-
make?
He would not be nearly as good, unless it was
So-
a tiny Mandalorian
so-
helmet
I'm like, but
With
still,
the
though, with the
ears-
ears out, but like,
with the ears out
with a little
and the
everything-
little mask.
they don't
And
have
that-
pan particles in the galaxy far,
And it's
far
got to
away.
look like it's Fisher Price.
Exactly, like
Fisher
what
Price
the fuck you doing?
Mandalorian armor.
Like he shoots you with a little ass gun this big, but it passes you like a regular
Okay.
ass
That's a
gun.
little
Okay.
dart gun.
I don't think he thought this out there.
Well,
want
suction
you-
cup, stick to your armor.
Yeah.
I want you guys to
little flame knife?
really. I want you guys to really be ready for this stupid theory
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
throw at you.
Woosah, here
Because
we
this
go.
is real dumb. What if they do?
Dana,
I
get it
didn't
out.
get there.
That's what she said, by the way. All right.
What
Oh,
if?
she did say that too.
What if-
I'm sorry, girl. We need more tokens.
Fuck you guys, come on.
I'm sorry. No, we got one more. I got.
You're gonna.
No.
So wait, what if? Because this is so stupid.
All right, I'm there. Go.
It is Yoda, and hear me on this. Hear me on this. They send him back in time.
But like TJ
They
said,
power the Mr. Fusion with Husker Steel.
No,
and
it's the
ram
same
him up to
fucking
88 parsecs per hour and send
but like
him back
TJ
in
said,
time.
or somebody said earlier today, he's 50 years old, so technically he was alive when Yoda was alive. So how could that be Yoda? Unless in this universe,
Dude, do you not read X-Men comics?
Time travel.
no, I do.
Okay, so
I'm just saying.
he's alive. He was born.
So you mean it's a clone?
No. Okay, so
All right, I'm shut up and let you explain.
Okay.
I asked the
So
question.
here's adult Yoda,
Okay.
and here's where Verditto was born, right?
This is an audio medium,
Yes.
but go ahead.
They're both at the beginning of the prequels. Now Yoda dies at the end of Jedi.
So
Hold on.
okay.
We have Verditto doing his thing. He's saved by Mando. He's rescued. Eventually, they send him back, and he grows up before he was born, and lives through till that time to where he was born. So it is Yoda, but sent back in time.
But it's still Yoda's.
No, it's not. It's not his clone.
You need
No,
like
no,
a-
but I'm saying, but it's still two of the same Yoda.
In the same time,
Time
same
frame.
place.
'Cause somebody sent him
a la
back.
Marty McFly.
Yeah, I get that. No, but like,
you need like a diagram, like a Venn diagram, maybe.
Like, no,
that,
no,
or a
like, I hear
picture.
you.
Maybe
I hear
some
you, like-
interpretive
Captain
dance.
America Endgame.
Okay.
Because he died.
fine.
Because he
That's fine.
died before Steve
it would
Rogers.
make more sense to
but
me
then-
if Yoda implants himself.
I told you this is the dumbest theory.
No, it's fine. Like, what I'm saying, for me, it makes more sense if Yoda implanted his consciousness into Verditto, a la Kitty Pryde in the comic books, or
but,
Wolverine, or
But where did he implant that dick?
But
where did he implant that dick?
I don't know. But because I don't even know they have places to implant dicks. I don't even know
He
that.
never has a dick.
But
It comes out the arm.
just like in
bothersome, but
Days of
okay.
Future Past Wolverine.
All
Where,
right.
Days of Future Past, the movie, Wolverine has his consciousness go into his younger body, things of that nature. But now, if Verditto is a clone of Yoda that they put into the work,
So-
that would make more sense. Like,
That
yo,
is-
this is my consciousness put into my young clone
So
body.
that
And I
is-
was ready for this shit to pop
that
up.
is nearly possible.
Because I'm a Force ghost. So I'm dead, so now I'm part of the Force universe.
So
I can see how all this shit happens.
So assuming the Force
Theoretically.
is attracted to, controlled by, or flows through the midichlorians, right, which is a biological entity.
Yes,
right?
amoebas.
So, yeah, sure, amoebas or the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell.
Or
Yeah,
you know the
like South Park just did that whole episode when Kyle was like, "Oh, bacteria's all over me." Did you see
I
that
didn't
one?
see that one.
Oh, that's just hilarious.
So if that's true, then back in the day, back 50 years ago, yes, there was cloning going on, that all of the Clone Wars. So it is entirely possible that that this is a clone of Yoda. Which explains his Force affluence, and the midichlorians would have grown up with him. It is possible.
So-
So it's
however,
possible that Verditto is the Joseph
No.
to Yoda's
Oh,
Magneto.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. yep, that's about right. Yeah.
I just
Even
like
though
the
Joseph
idea.
was trash.
I like the idea of whoever got the sample to clone Yoda finding an old spunked out sock and just being like, "There it is."
Like scraping with a Q-tip. I can't believe I don't get paid
Or-
enough for this shit.
Or it's like calling against, it's calling like against the Jedi Order, because like
Yes.
if the thank you. 'Cause I'm like, if the evil people are doing it, why don't we do it? Because life's sacred, so we shouldn't be okay. that makes
There's a
sense
whole
now.
there's a whole
'Cause you
great
could clone
discussion
Luke's
about
and Yodas and Qui-Gon Jinns and all the motherfuckers. Catfish though.
It's one of those. I guess it's one of those things where they think if
Mace
you,
Windu.
if you,
Some of them all do look alike. They clone.
got purple lightsabers and shit
Yeah,
like
we,
that.
we up here like California raisins with it.
I'll be dancing. Dun, 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 dun,
Zing, 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 zing,
dun,
zing,
dun, 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 dun.
I think it's
For your kids out there that don't know who the California raisins
there's kids
are.
that don't know who the California
Yes,
raisins
because
are.
you're a
Kind of
kid.
surprised you two know about California
Like I'm
raisins.
saying, I'm an old man. I'm 34.
Oh yeah. That's like
I'm
a
an
couple
old
years
man.
younger than you, right? TJ?
Yeah, man. God, I was,
couple,
I was
I'm right there.
65 when you were born.
Black don't crack and ebony keeps the longevity. I'm keeping that 100.
All right, then.
So I think the reason they're not cloning with the Jedi is if you're good at your job, you're gonna go on to be a Force ghost. Now, unfortunately, not everyone is good at their job.
True that.
So if you follow the extended universe, the challenge with
Which
clones,
Marvel says, fuck that.
Yeah, well, Disney says fuck that. Anyway,
That too, because Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns me.
The challenge is that because the Force flows through all living things, that as a clone, if you're advanced immediately to an adult age, that's how the clones work. Your
Like
brain,
what happened with
Trust
Will Ferrell.
believe in the 5.
Huh?
Like what happened with Will Ferrell?
I mean, that's just growing to like 7 feet tall. But yeah,
Believe in
that's
the
pretty
5.
close.
Believe in the 5.
But so your brain isn't mature enough to handle the force that's flowing through all living things.
Like what happened to Will Ferrell?
Exactly.
And
exactly.
Super Bowl.
And that's why he makes shit like
in the
Elf.
cartoon, you know?
Right? It's amusing. It's fun to watch once a year.
It's fun to
right?
watch from
Another
a
John
distance.
Favreau product.
But when you start asking some serious questions about that film, you start getting real uncomfortable.
Like Big with Tom Hanks and that woman that wanted to fuck him.
Yeah, but he was on top. Bunk.
That's a weird movie to look at.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
He was a child in a man's body,
But
which
she didn't
sounds
care.
worse than that is.
She didn't care. She wanted that man
But she
in
didn't
her
know-
body.
And then she tells him, call me in like 10 years. And it's like, ew, because he's going to call you next week.
But maybe.
Call you
Or in
right
10
now.
years. But she'll be old by then.
As long as it still works, it can
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, so
Anywho,
so
We got to wrap this up.
so the clone thing is an interesting idea, but where is it going in the future? Obviously, I think the Mandalorian and Dune are getting back together somehow. Don't know why. Carl Weathers not out of the picture, but we're going to have to fuck up the client. So I don't know exactly how that happens because it doesn't look like he's actually Imperial.
No.
I mean, it's like he's just holding on to what he had during the Empire. So we're gonna have to go find that guy.
Yeah.
I think that's how you're gonna stop all the fobs, right?
You know what? I hadn't thought about that. You cut it off at the source.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's exactly what you wouldn't expect him to do is turn around and come back at your ass and they'll come and fight you.
True
after
that.
just
I
chase
never
him
expect anyone to come on my ass.
out. Or back at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, me neither.
It's usually
that out.
anyway. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening. We got a lot of theories. We got a lot of ideas of where this could go. Obviously, it's gonna throw us for a loop each time it comes back on TV.
hope it does.
And we're gonna get so
Yes.
many more little Verditto moments in our
yes,
lives.
we better. Oh, or there would be blood. In the
I'm saying, dude,
Blood in the
now
streets.
when taxes went up, when this country started going to shit, sure. When people started discriminating against me and my family, that's tiresome. But
interesting.
if they kill Baby Verditto, I want to burn this motherfucker down. I'm gonna flip the table that is this world.
It's gonna be crazy.
I don't know what I'm gonna light on fire, but I'm gonna light something on fire.
It's
It
beyond.
might not be big, it might not be small, but something will be set
It
ablaze.
depends on how much you ate that day.
It might just be my soul.
It is beyond cancel membership kind of thing. It is. I mean, genuine. Like real people out here are going to fuck Disney up. Just,
They're gonna see where people will be marching the streets with Mickey Mouse hung.
Yes.
they're gonna have to shut the gates at Disney World.
Yeah.
Bob Iger's gonna have to go into hiding.
I'm gonna have to be at Galaxy's Edge. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Could you imagine being there the day when they killed Baby Verditto, and everyone's just like, "What?"
Just everyone takes a knee.
Watch Disney stop plummet.
Oh
like
my
that
God.
shit will drop if they kill Verditto.
And they're like, "No, it'll make sense in season 2. Fuck your season 2."
I mean, it is.
They
Totally,
still gonna get billions, but still it's gonna be
it is
like,
totally worth buying the plush, by the way, for Christmas. It's incredible.
yeah,
It's
I'm
like
getting
$30.
that Funko
I've looked it
Pop
up. Yeah.
regardless.
So, thanks for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks
Yeah.
for our next installment. This is a 4-part installment for the Ballad, which we will call it from now on, of Verditto.
From now on,
Yeah.
we should change the name every time. I think. I like the
Ooh,
ballad.
I
It's
like
good.
that.
Ballad of
Verditto
Verditto is good. We'll see what happens next. Maybe we'll keep it. Maybe we won't.
Verditto,
Verditto, my lover. Verditto, my
amigo.
son. And obviously, if you're listening to this, you are signed up for our Patreon. If you know other people that would be interested in this kind of topic, or you yourself, if you have any topics you'd like us to do as bonus material, please email us at escaping.podcast@gmail.com. And if we love doing this for you guys. We love doing it for us. Please spread the word about our Patreon.
And I'll tell you what, there are a couple of different tiers on that Patreon, though. And I tell you, John's getting lonely. So you know what? Amp up to the next tier. Get some artwork from John because he's tired of writing art on the inside of men's stalls.
Spider monkey up his back and get those prints.
Or freestyle rap with Kels.
Yeah, he was custom.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's the
and
artistry
you
we
already
expect.
know if you're a fan of this podcast, I like to spit a rhyme or two, and I would love nothing more to do is spit a rhyme for you. So go ahead and subscribe to that Patreon, give us a ducats, and let you know how it goes.
For $50 on our Patreon, you can get a night alone with TJ. Find out his location. Look into his eyes. Is he real? Find out.
It may not even be TJ you're with at the
It
time.
could be anyone. It could be anyone, TJ. They don't know what you look like. You don't give them that information.
Yes.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in 2 weeks when we come back for our third installment of the Ballad of Verditto. Remember, folks, there can only be one chum bucket, and if Verditto dies, I'm gonna lose my shit.
And just remember, strong with the force, the course is how you stay. And just remember, this is the way. Stay on canon, y'all.